Hello again everyone and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. If you were watching my live stream, I came up with the deck that you see here during my live stream. I just kind of threw it together, and my thought behind it was, what can I do? People wanted me to run the dark deck, and I'm like, well, the dark decks aren't that great. And I do have 3 Weaviles. They're all level 1. I've never put any resources into them because they weren't viable. I guess they were part of the meta way back when the game first launched in the US. You'd see a lot of 3 Weavile teams because their abilities, their damages stack the more that are on the field, similar to the round deck. And while I was trying to put together this dark deck, I was like, wait a minute. They can all ice people when they get knocked out. And it hit me, why not do an ice deck? So here we go. I've got 2 Glaceon runners who can ice the opponent. I've got Empoleon. I've got 3 Weaviles. Now I could use an Articuno in here, and I'm just going to take it into league play. Like, no fear. But I could use Articuno in here as well, and I would probably swap out one of the Glaceons for Articuno. The reason why I'm not running Articuno is because in order for him to ice, he has to land his ice charge, which isn't a very big slice of his wheel. And then you have to trigger the ability. And these Pokemon that I have, it feels like their ability to trigger the ice is easier. So he's going to run straight down and attack. I don't know why, but whatever. We'll just do that. And I do have an extra die, so I can just bring him right back out. Oh, I don't have hurdle jump, do I? Ooh, okay. Well, that was a bad play on my part. There we go. Hopefully he doesn't land on his dodge or it's GG. He doesn't. So we continue fighting on. Hyper aggressive. Kind of crazy. So the thing with the Weavile deck, just like the round deck, is you want to get them out on the field as soon as possible. That's what we're doing. And which one is it? So they do plus 20 damage for every friendly Weavile on the field. I don't even know a whole lot about the Weaviles as far as their wheel goes, but I've got gold coverage. I've got 3 golds that seem to be pretty sizable slices. And this guy is just hyper aggressive. It's kind of unusual. I'm not used to seeing a whole lot of people who attack almost every turn. I'm pretty sure he's out of hurdle jumps. What does he got? He's got gold block and tropical energy. That's it. There we go. We're all set up. The only thing is Zapdos and Virizion can both just hop over people. So I can't really get up in their face like I would like. I guess I could. I just would need to reposition the board a little bit. He's totally just killing time with that move because there's no reason for him to do that. I don't have anybody that can spin, and he had nobody who had a status effect on him. Alright. And at level 5, Weaviles have no miss. Actually going to come in here because I don't want to get thunder charged. Man. There's absolutely no love on the rolls here. Now I think I really don't even know what taunt does, to tell you the truth. If this, they must respin. Okay, well, there you go. We are going to take the surround kill that he gave us. I wish I could say that I was shocked that he's attacking, but I'm really not. We'll take his entry point and threaten the surround. My guess is he'll just hop over and come in here. Or there. And shocking, look at that, he attacked. Doesn't surprise me at all. That was sarcasm. Total sarcasm. No, that was a bad play. Should have brought my Weavile out here. Okay. He's going out. I will take the entry point there. This is getting, actually, this is getting pretty comical as far as, needed to roll my 50 spin there. As far as how much he's attacking. There have been very few games that I've ever played where my opponent seemingly attacked on every turn. And that's basically what this guy's doing. To double chance with you to try to knock Ho-Oh out. I'm not really sure how that taunt would work there, but that's good enough. He has his gold block. I think I already used my max revive, didn't I? Yeah. All I have left is a gold block as well. Which, I'm just going to go ahead. 50, 70. I'll go over here. I don't think I have enough firepower to take him out. He's probably going to move a Pokemon right there. Actually, he's probably going to move a Pokemon on the entry and attack. Come on, land a spin. Good. There you go. So now, all we need to do is take out Mr. Zapdos. And that is GG. Oh, okay. Well. don't really know. Okay, so if I go there, who brings Mew? I'm not, I see no need. I could attack, but if I don't land on an attack, he wakes up. All he can do is get Mew to here to attack me. So that means he would have to have Mew spend 50 on my 40. Or roll a miss. Wow. That was very unfortunate. I'm gonna attack because I have way too many wins. Man. Maybe I just played that terribly. I don't know. I don't think I did. I think I had him down to only a couple of spins would win for him. Probably gonna Thunder Charge my Glaceon. That's okay. If he does, he gets round killed. Even better, he's flat out gonna give up and gets round killed. Still kind of bummed. I feel like I should have won this game already. I'm really, honestly, I'm not sure how I would have played that differently because, wow, I'm getting like nothing in the way of rolls right now, but I'm not sure. I honestly don't know how I'd play that differently because Empoleon doesn't have a great chance at beating Zapdos. If Zapdos rolls a Thunder Crash, I have nothing that can combat that. Weavile wasn't rolling hard enough hits to knock out Zapdos with only 2 of them on. 70 was as high as I've got. So if I move Glaceon there like I did, hold on one sec. By moving Glaceon where I did, he brought Mew out. There's Mew. So my 40 beats his 30, which is the most likely outcome. My dodge is a win. I'm just going to go right back to this. Go back to the well. My dodge would have been a win. The only thing that he could have done was roll gold onto my purple, which was possible. Me roll miss, which happened. Or him roll 50 into 40. So I'd say it was a little bit better than 50-50 that I survived. Wait. How come he didn't respin? Because purple, because gold beats. I don't know. At this point, I don't even know. And not out of every time that my Weaviles have been knocked out, not one of them has been knocked out and done so icing the opponent. Because if he rolls 50 and loses, the opponent gets turned to ice, and it has not happened one time. That works. I don't know what I want to do here. I guess we'll threaten the goal. Which if he moves subtile back, and he did, I will bring my Weavile here to threaten, to make him move Virizion back. And then I'm probably just going to attack Ho-Oh, honestly. Weavile has a large portion of the wheel that's going to allow him to land an attack as opposed to something different, which would wake up Ho-Oh without actually killing him. I fully expect him to bring Zapdos or Gyarados out and attack here because he's done it like 3 or 4 other times. We're kind of back to where we were. Wow. Okay. Every time I try to predict what they're going to do, not every time, but it feels like every time I try to predict what they're going to do, they don't do it. And of course he attacks. I think I'm going to do that. And I still have my goal block. He has no plates, no tropical energy, which... Oh, tropical energy, so if I ice somebody, he can unfreeze him. I'm gonna have to roll my 90 or my 70 into his 50, or him this. Ah. Yowzers. That was a spin. The 51, that's what we wanted. We just did not get either, which is, you know, 60% of my wheel. This could be... Now, if we get knocked out but ice him, that is our best bet here. And no. Wow, that was most unfortunate. I should have won that game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not... Like, if he knocks me out, but I get the ice, I get my 50 attack, he turns out... In fact, no Weavile rolled a 50 and lost. Every 50 they rolled, they won. Definitely should have won that game. That was not cool. We'll jump into one more. Just use the same deck. I don't feel like they showed real well, but well, even if I'd iced him, he could have tropical energy plate and then unfrozen, but I would have been able to cover my goal. But yeah, that's really bizarre that out of all of those attacks that they had on the Weaviles, not 150 was a miss. And he didn't care that he could get frozen. He just kept attacking. Nonetheless. I will say that as far as for the channel goes, the higher I get in rank, the less likely I am to be able to put these types of videos together where I'm using specialty decks simply because most of them aren't going to work against heavy hitters like this team. Not the team that I'm facing, but when you start getting up higher ranked, these little gimmick decks maybe start becoming less effective just because of the raw power that the opponent is able to produce. So I'll have to think of what I want to do about that. Because I definitely want to keep running specialty decks, interesting decks, but I also don't want to just get blasted. And I don't, this deck isn't necessarily going to get blasted, but I want to remain competitive. So there we go. Man, I'm going to start noticing every time that one of these Weaviles get knocked out but don't roll the 50. How big is that wheel slice anyways? Definitely want him back out. Did I ever use my max revive last game? Maybe I messed up last game by not using my max revive. This might be the first time I've even looked at my plate. That's the other thing, is when you're constantly changing decks around, it's and I can look, so it's really no excuse because I can look to see what plates I'm using. But it gets really difficult to remember what it is, what you have and what you're doing. My guess is he's just going to hop over and take my entry point. No. See? There we go. Guessing wrong again. I don't know what my play is here. I didn't want to move Empoleon to my goal because if I did, see, this way his Mew gets electrocuted as well. But I still don't know what I want to do. I don't know what my play is. I'm just getting absolutely crushed right now. The sad thing is there's nothing I can do about it. I can't move Weavile up because then that's the easiest round. I can't attack him because then that's the easiest round. Like, there are no... I don't know what my play is right here. What I need is I need him to attack, and I need one of my Pokemon to knock out one of his Pokemon, which isn't happening in any way, shape, or form at the moment. In fact, my guys are dying without a fight, pretty much. Which I'm actually going to... And if I miss, then it's GG. But like, I had to do something there. Oh, that's game, because Mew's just going to walk onto my goal. That was a bad... Yeah. Oh, man. Not playing well at all at the moment. So, unfortunately, this deck just It just didn't show well today. It's actually a really fun deck. With any kind of luck on your spins, you can put your opponent in some really bad situations. As you saw, I was getting 0 luck on my spins, and a little bit of bad play without getting any favorable spins is really hard to overcome, no matter what deck you're running. But it happens, it's part of the game, and so we will continue to fight forward and push forward with trying out new things. Probably have to go into room matches from now on, depending on what happens. I would like to get the 3,000 rank at some point. And like I said before, it's just super difficult to run different types of decks. As you saw, 90 is what my Weaviles would do with their white spin. And there are just so many different Pokemon that can beat 90. And they definitely beat 60 if I land on the gold. Yeah, I can ice them if it works out, but if it doesn't, then I just have, 6 really weak Pokemon out there that can kind of get cut through by Zapdos or anybody else who's dropping 100 plus damage. So maybe have to rethink how I want to do that a little bit. But it was definitely fun. Watch the live stream. It's closer to the end of the live stream, I will say, if you want to watch the deck when it's rolling, what it can do. And that's going to do it for this episode. So until next time, guys.